check. Hold on. Yeah, you see what I got on?
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh. Plug.
Okay.
Plug.
Hold on, wait.
Plug.
Oh man. Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are again. Back on the pod. Your favorite podcast. The only podcast in California. The Too Good For You podcast. We're back.
That's right.
We're in the building. E-Man's over there in the corner. So you know what that means. We got a guest here this week. We got a very special guest for y'all. Can we have some noise in the studio audience, please, for our good friend, Ankle Sandwich. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
There it is.
Get it. Wow, there he is.
Saucing up a little.
Yeah, give us something. Hey, how we doing?
Hello.
Perfect. I like that. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. How y'all doing? How y'all good
Wonderful.
gentlemen doing?
We're doing
Wonderful.
good. Man. We're
Tight,
doing
man.
good. Doing what we do best.
Absolutely.
Sitting
Thank y'all
here.
for having me, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
joining.
joining.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, so I guess we'll just jump right into this. Like we've never done this before, so let's do this. Who is Ankle Sandwich?
Oh shit. First and foremost, just a guy figuring shit out. You know, I've always been involved in music, so I would say like a musician. You know, like been really tapped into DJing lately, so a DJ. Been performing as well, so a performer. And shit, I really don't know. Like, there's more in store. Like, I'm figuring it out as I go, but there's no time limit on anything, so we're just going with it. But yeah, I guess that's the best way I can.
There you
explain
go, a man of many talents.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I think you really are. You definitely fit that kind of mold of someone who can really just do anything. I've seen you've done a lot and succeeded in a lot of different avenues. So that's cool. But
Thank you.
But music is kind of your main focus. We can start talking a little bit into that. What kind of got you into music? Like, was you going straight into DJing, or was it kind of like I wanted to be a producer, or I wanted to be a rapper, and then kind of just fell into DJing, or like what was the draw to music?
Good motherfucking question. By the way, I was born into music. I grew up. I have a family that comes from music, so that was already set in stone. I kind of already knew that around or whatever my career or occupation would be, I kind of knew that would be the focal point. But I mean, as of late, or just like I started. I didn't really start in high school. I kind of was like always just the guy that kind of stayed to himself as far as like the music stuff goes, and like all my plans. I wasn't really doing shit. Like I wasn't rapping, I wasn't producing, I wasn't doing anything during high school. But other than that, like after high school, that's when I kind of started to like figure out my lane in it. Tried production for a little bit. After that, like I rapped a little bit. Like I can still rap. Like I have the capability to rap. Like I'm not ass. Like like I can still do it. And I still kind of practice it every now and again. But I guess as of late, like the biggest blessing as of right now is just DJing, and so that's kind of what all my focus has kind of been on. My homie Spencer definitely is the guy
Off camera, he right there though.
My nigga here.
Right.
I mean, all my niggas with me, nigga. But yeah, best friend, one of my closest homies, Spencer. He's the one that taught me how to do it, and he was kind of doing it like parties and shit like during high school, and everybody kind of knew him. He was like, oh yeah, he's the guy to do it. And he taught me one day during like almost before quarantine, and then I was like really fucking with it. And then I had a mixer that my dad had bought me like years ago. Not me, actually, my brother. My brother wasn't using it. It was kind of collecting dust and shit. One day I was just like, yeah, let me just pick this shit up. It was a big, heavy one. Like, it was the one where you had to, like, plug it in type shit.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't like a USB connect to laptop.
Yep,
like,
gotcha.
it's a Newmark NS7 too. So, like, it's big as shit, heavy.
Yep.
Like, it's almost 65 pounds, like some crazy shit.
Goddamn.
So, like, I was using that and was doing little things here and there, and then I eventually ended up getting like a local gig from a local bar out here in Long Beach, and that was like the first time where I was like, okay, I want to take this shit serious.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on out, I just been
Definitely
kind of just focusing on that. Yeah.
What for the people that don't know, what's your kind of what's your style, I guess, when it comes to DJing? Like, what are you throwing down typically?
I'm throwing down every fucking thing you can think of.
Oh, I like that.
I'm throwing down shit house. I'm throwing down hip hop. I'm throwing down shit like classic rock.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing down alternative. I'm
Eclectic.
throwing down all type of shit.
Nice.
You know, and
I'll
like
be there.
I'm trying to be I try to be as versatile as possible. Especially as of now, because like, and I don't want to sound like the guy that's like, oh my god, everyone's DJing, but everyone's DJing. So like, you have to have something to kind of make you stand out, like whether it be your stage presence or like your crowd control or whatever the fuck you would want to like have be the thing that makes you the guy or make you the girl or whatever, you know. So just something to make you like stand out from the rest, because it's a really tricky, weird industry to get into for sure.
Yeah,
So-
it is. I mean, I have my fair share of experience in that field, and yeah, it is tough. But I mean, it's, you know, an amazing gig if you can get it, and
Absolutely.
it's always super fun to throw down. Kind of going back, doing a little revert back to the beginning of you. Where did Ankle Sandwich, the name, come from? Because obviously you're still going by that as a DJ. So
Yeah.
people are like, what the fuck is this? Like, Ankle Sandwich. But what does it mean to you?
It's funny because like when I really get this question, I immediately say like, it's not a crazy story at all. It's not. It really is just a regular story. Like, I got it. I came up with it because I was in high school and I would be on Instagram, and a lot of people that like I would follow on Instagram that I like not necessarily looked up to, but I just kind of like enjoyed seeing or just like liked, you know, like they all had like different Instagram names that had no correlation with their name whatsoever. It was just very like random.
Mm-hmm.
I had a homie Austin, like his shit was wrinkled skin.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was kind of the thing to do. Like when I was in high school, it was just like make a
Just
weird,
take two
quirky
words and just
like,
put them together.
like,
Like, no
it-
correlation.
That's a DJ name.
To be for real, a lot. Now that I'm thinking about it, like now that I'm talking to y'all, all that shit really came from iCarly.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Like,
okay.
You remember when iCarly? Because like, y'all niggas watch iCarly, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So iCarly, they would have like the weird T-shirts that'll be like spaghetti disco or
Uh-huh.
like fucking like banana dance or like just dumb
Yeah,
shit.
okay.
It would be
Uh-huh.
have like these ringer tees that'll just say like there's two random words and like it'll just be like that. But like I think honestly now that I'm like talking to y'all, I think that's where it kind of stemmed from. Just having two random words that have no correlation whatsoever and just making it a thing.
Yeah.
So
I like
like
that.
I think I was correlating that to my Instagram username,
Uh-huh.
and I came up. Knuckle Sandwich was taken. 'Cause I was like, oh, knuckle.
Yeah.
I was like, Knuckle
That's
Sandwich is
cool.
cool, but that shit was already like
That's
a thing.
too- that's
so I was
too
like,
much of,
what's
like-
so literally I was like, what's the opposite of knuckle?
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
came with that.
He's all like,
Damn.
damn,
And that
what is
shit-
it? Looking at his ankle right there.
Hold on, wait.
dead ass. I swear on my life, bro.
We gotta
That,
think about
that was
that.
the real thing. I was like, okay, Knuckle Sandwich was the first thing that was in my head because like I think like you know how when you like go through like random jokes with your homies and be like you'll have a thing that you guys say all the time, day after day, and it would until it gets old and then you'll come up with like a new like joke. It was kind of like that. Me and my homies was like, Knuckle Sandwich, like, and then I was just like, what's the opposite of knuckle? And then that was the thing. And then as things happen, like as I started to like get whatever some sort of looks or whatever, I didn't have my name, my real name in my Instagram. So whatever I would do, people would kind of like, or people that knew me from Instagram would just call me Ankle Sandwich because they didn't know my actual name.
Yeah.
So it was just like that. And then as I started doing things as far as music and performing and entertaining, I was just like, fuck it, just keep it.
Yeah. Just keep it, roll it, be confident.
Instead of coming up with a
it.
whole new
Yeah.
other name, like just
Yeah.
keep that name. So at first I hated it. Like niggas would come up to me and be like, "Are you Ankle Sandwich?" Like, and I was just like, "Ugh." But like now it's just like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. So yeah, that's basically the story. You know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Back to music. What is for the people that like, I guess that don't DJ, what do you think coming from someone that is a DJ? Like, how would you tell someone to be like, nah? Even though you said everyone can do it, but
There's
like,
people that can't
obviously
be doing
there's
it.
a lot of people that can't do it.
Me, like for example.
So you're asking like what is my advice or like what's my like?
Yeah, like what do you like? How did you like kind of, I guess, break that mold of being like, okay, like I don't want to just be someone who thinks they can do it, but like I can actually do it because you actually can. So, what like was it just like practice, or was it your music selection, or?
It's a few things. There's a few parts to that answer. So number one, I wouldn't recommend DJing if you haven't been told. And even if you haven't been told this, it's like, it's okay. But like, if you haven't been told that you have a good music taste, don't DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need that. You need like your own judgment as well as others' judgment.
Yeah.
As far as DJing.
Very much.
And if you're kind of like a guy that's like, I wouldn't even say that. But you need to know that. You need to have a good taste, and you need to practice transitions. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of niggas that be DJing for real are terrible at transitions. And you would think that nobody notices, but everyone notices. Like everybody in the club, like you be drinking and you be with your homies and shit, and then they be like, oh, blah blah blah, this is a fire ass song, and then a nigga will like play a song in the middle of a random part of the song, and it doesn't even like it's a whole
It ruins the vibe.
It's a whole different
Yeah.
like tempo, and it's just like I've been to so many parties and so many like bars and shit where that happens. You need to learn how to transition. Number one.
Yeah.
I mean that's number two. Number three, have the will to like learn and learn how to control the crowd.
Yeah.
Not even control the crowd. Learn how to read the room.
Yeah.
Because a lot of niggas be playing shit. And he kind of put me on. Spencer kind of put me on this for like when I started to really do it. He didn't say it verbally, but like I just learned it from him. But like, you also have to know like, look at the crowd or just look around who you're DJing for and be like, you know what? If I play this song, they're gonna fuck with it. You can't please everybody when you're DJing. There's not gonna be a whole. I mean, there's some DJs that like unless they come for you, then you're gonna please everybody. Like, if you're starting out, like you're not gonna please the entire room. So like, read the room, kind of like differentiate, like or like split the crowd in half. Like, okay, this half might fuck with this, or like maybe this quarter of the room will fuck with this. But like, let me switch it. And like, let me get these transitions right to where I can please everybody in less than 2 minutes.
Yep.
Ooh.
You know, and also let the song play a little bit.
Oh my
niggas
God,
be like, niggas will play the song 30 seconds in and switch the songs. Chill out, let it rock. Like people like these are, especially if these are like hits that everyone fucks with. Like let the song play. Let people fuck with it. Let the hook come. Let the verse come, like just let shit just ride for a little bit. Shit, what else can I say about DJing? I mean, now it's a little bit different because of like it really just depends on what you're doing. Like if you're like DJing on a CDJ or DJing with like Serato or like a mixer or like your own mixer and shit. But like Serato, this I don't know if I should even say this. Okay. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Let me just
go ahead.
There it is. That liquid courage right there.
chill out with these mashups. Please. I don't want to hear fucking Tay-K lyrics over a Bad Bunny beat. Y'all niggas gotta relax. It's honestly, I get it because Serato like just dropped this like stems. Like it's a new upgrade or it's a new update for Seratos where like you can kind of it makes mixing a lot easier. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's the not the sample pack, but were you able to like cut the
out, like cut the like bass or cut the acapella.
Yeah,
So we're like they made it a lot easier, but niggas kind of been going OD with it, and like every time I go to like a fucking event now, it's like every song is a mashup. Like let the original just like some. I understand I'm not saying like no mashups. I'm just like chill out on it. Like, not the whole set. The whole set does not need to be. It does not need to be fucking mashed up, bro. I swear to God, I don't need to hear a fucking like Lil Uzi over a fucking I don't know Taylor Swift song like over like Or Miley Cyrus Party in the USA with Lil Uzi lyrics playing. Like, nigga, chill out. It's not that crazy.
It's just he's like, no, bro, trust me, bro.
Like,
it's the same
not,
key in the same.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the same key in the same tempo, bro. It's gonna work.
Just because shit be in the same key in the same tempo does not mean that you need to mix it. Like, let that shit just be what it is. Like, but I mean, yeah, that's kind of my own advice. And just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like, figure out your own style. Like,
exactly.
You know, take inspiration and go with the inspiration and just figure your own shit out. Like, honestly, that's kind of what we all did. And it gets you far when you're, like, original. You don't need to try to be original. Just be original.
Yeah.
That shit's going to go far. And when you take all those steps for real, that's just at least what I learned. Like, just doing this shit. Like, you just have to have your own sauce, your own swag to it. Sauce is boss.
That's perfect. I'm gonna put that.
Hey, that's a tagline right there.
Shout out to my nigga Chris. He the one that told me that. He's like, hey man, at the end of the day, sauce is boss. I was like, that's the artist shit.
I respect that.
Dead ass.
No, okay. I'm gonna come back to that take, but I wanted to also talk to you about to DJing. DJing for artists or people that rap and stuff. So, spoiler alert. I don't know if you want me to spoil this, but I guess I will. But
it's not a secret.
Dirty Dale is
fire.
your brother.
Yeah.
We've had him on the show.
Yeah, that shit ain't no secret. You look just alike. Look at me, nigga.
I'm like, wait, look at your hair. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
But yeah, no. So he's your brother. And obviously, he raps. And I've been to a few shows where you've DJ'd for him, and as well as our boy Quincy. And obviously, I'm sure there's other people out here locally, but like those are the people that I've seen you do your thing with.
Word.
When working with them, or what's the kind of difference in working with someone who's performing music? And instead of just being like, hey, like I'm just gonna DJ and just like have fun.
Going with their artistry, letting them take the wheel. Because when you're DJing and like you're doing your own set, you have full control. Control as much as you can for them. Like with Dale, it's easy. That's like undeniable. This is my brother. It's like the chemistry is there. I don't have to force anything. It's not like I have to get to know the nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like even Quincy, like, that's somebody I like. That's one of my closest friends. Like we know each other. We talk about shit outside of performing or like outside of music. Like we kick it, you know? So like if you're gonna perform or if you're gonna DJ for an artist and like going to do shows and touring with a certain artist, get to know the artist and build a chemistry that like is kind of undeniable to where people that are gonna watch you are gonna be like, oh, their chemistry is crazy.
They're in sync.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of people can like DJ and like, me personally, if I go to a show and like the DJ is just like not, or just is there just doing this, pushing a button and just.
They got the iPod in the back.
Yeah, it's just like
waiting.
it just kind of seems like a little weird to me. Like I don't know, I just kind of like that like Will Smith, Jazzy Jeff type shit where it's like I'm the DJ, he's the rapper, but like we're a thing. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like that shit. Kind of makes the performance aspect of things a lot better. Like it enhances it because if one person's doing all the work, then it's like kind of a crash out. Like they're gonna crash themselves. They're gonna crash themselves out. Like kind of like. Balance that, balance the responsibility. I would say, but with those specific people that you name, like it's no effort because it's just like we even when like I perform with when I DJ for Dale or Quincy, like we talk about it. We literally have like we'll sit down before meetings and like we'll have rehearsals and we'll be like we take this shit really serious. So like we'll be like like we should do this or. What's your idea on this? Or like, how should we transition this song? Or like, when should we have a talking point here? Or like, when do we want to engage with the crowd? Or like, what do we want to do at this part of the song to engage the crowd? Like, we literally sit down and decipher all this shit. Like, it's not like a lot of it is organic, but also a lot of it is planned because you have to have a plan when you go on stage because winging it is not always the best thing. So it works for a lot of people, but I mean, it's worked for us because, like I said, we have that chemistry. We literally are friends. So, but like if I'm DJing with any artist or whatever, whoever I'm fucking with, like we have to have some sort of chemistry, like something. We need to figure out something, like during rehearsals, like we need to have actual, like we need to bond somehow, some way, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because then there's the opposite of that when you just have the DJ who's just like OD on the air horn while the artist is trying to do the work, and it's just like, yo, shut the fuck up back there. Like, I'm trying to hear the
That's what I'm saying. I've DJed for niggas that I genuinely did not know at all. Like, I've done that, and it's always been weird.
Yeah.
Like, I feel uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I need to know you. Like, I just need to have some sort of, like, idea about you before I even, if a nigga comes up to me and was like, yo, man, like, I have 5 songs. Here's my USB. Plug it in. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to play it. I'm not going to know no words.
Yeah.
I'm not going to know when this shit starts. I'm not going to know when it ends.
Yeah.
All I'm going to do is I might press an air horn or two. Like, and you got to make that shit shake how you want it to shake. Like, I don't really know. So, yeah, I would say, like, to answer your question, like, just have, like, some sort of chemistry. Or if you don't have a chemistry already, if it's somebody that's new, build one. Build chemistry.
There it is.
So, yeah.
Can we next talk about what can you tell me about Paris, Texas? And what
What do you want to know?
what does that mean? What do those words mean?
Those are my niggas. I love them, man. Like, we got a good bond, you know, and they're doing their thing right now, and I'm happy to be a part of everything that they got going. And I mean,
I guess for the people that don't know, we could just drop some knowledge. Paris, Texas, is 2 guys, right?
Yes, 2.
There are 2 rappers, and our boy, Mr. Sandwich himself, has had the pleasure, to work with them again in the kind of same live performance aspect. But a big difference, at least obviously with this and them, you've done some pretty large scale shows. So first off, congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, it's like
it is that for sure.
It's crazy.
I'll tell them niggas all the time, even before. I'll be like, bro, this shit means everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
So how did you get involved with them? What is your role with them? You fucking went to Coachella. How the fuck was Coachella? Like, there's a lot to talk about. I was waiting to bring this up specifically because I knew there was a lot to get into this.
That's tight.
But I had to lay a foundation before just jumping and being like, hey, nice to see you. Who the fuck is Paris, Texas, and why were you at Coachella?
Nah, that's fire. Yeah. Yeah, Paris, Texas. When first of all, I met Felix through Spencer. So Spencer was good.
Shout out Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer, bro. Spencer is literally the anchor for a lot of this shit. That's why that's my nigga. Like, yeah, but I met Felix through Spencer. He was a mutual friend, and just kind of like talking with him and like having a conversation with him and shit. Like, we just got close, just like a normal organic relationship. And from me meeting Felix, I met Louis, and then from there, like, we just kind of all fucked with each other. Like, they're both individual. Like, they're almost completely different from each other, but like it works for me because I bond with them equally, like in a different way. So it just works out. And yeah, like it's really an organic like story. It was not planned. Like, nothing was like, when I met them, they were already doing them. I didn't know who Paris, Texas was before I met them. So it wasn't like when I met them, I'm like, oh shit, you like. So it was just really organic. Like, and then when I got to know them a little bit more, and then I got to know like their process and their artistry, and I was just like, wow, like this is like, you guys are making incredible fucking bodies of work. Like, you guys are actually insane. Like, as individuals, as artists, like you guys are making really like pivotal music to me. You know what I mean? And maybe it's biased, but I'm like, their shit is the craziest shit for real. So, I mean, long story short, we just kind of ended up like collabing, and it just started to make sense. Like, they knew I was DJing. They would come to my DJ sets and shit. Like, it's just homies. Like I said, like we're actually friends. Like, we are good. So, yeah, we just built a relationship, and we're here. The shows have been insane. Like, I mean, like, thanks to them, and like I said, I'm forever in debt for them because like I never in a million years I thought I'd go to Germany or like France or like London, you know. So like they're international. So I'm like, and it gives me a good opportunity to showcase what I can do as far as performing.
Yeah.
And they allow me to, you know, because I talked to Louis the other day, and I was like, bro, like I don't want to be in the like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm the guy that's like taken away from the shot, because I always like their music is turned, like their music is like mosh pit, you know what I'm saying? So like I never want to be in the way of like their glow and be like, oh, like I'm gonna be all I really do is just turn the crowd up for them so they don't have to. Like I make them already hype, because most of the people that when we do festivals, like they don't really know who they are, you know what I mean? So like I want to have a stamp, I want to have a impression, so like that's just me being like a natural performer. And I don't want to step on anybody's toes, because like I said, I'm not like that's their shit, but like I'm also like grateful to be a part of it. So I want to like just push it, like give it a little like nudge as far as performance. All I can really do is make the performance aspect the best I can make it. So that's kind of what I do. But like they don't, like they literally understand, they get it, like we feed off each other's energy on stage. That's like if you two niggas was on Coachella stage and like y'all was like, let's say hypothetically you guys made music, it wouldn't be any discussion. Like after that, it would just be like, okay, I know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna just feed off each other like we do in the podcast room or whatever, like, and we're just gonna turn up, we're gonna have fun. That's exactly what it is. Like it's no like, yeah, we have like rehearsals and shit, but like it's no like it's just genuinely organic. We don't like write out what we're gonna say. Like it's just genuinely like good friendship, good chemistry, just very organic. And like like they've showed me so many things that, and like they inspire me, like and I feel like we all kind of inspire each other, you know. So it's really, it's a blessing, 1,000%.
And it's like I said, it's first of all, it's amazing to kind of see it, because like I said, I've seen the shows, like the local shows, right, with your brother and your friends, and like that kind of like organic chemistry, seeing like that, where it feels like you said, not rehearsed, even though at some point,
we rehearsed. Don't get me wrong, but we rehearsed the fuck out of that shit.
But the way that everyone interacts, you with them, it feels fresh and fun, and everyone is having a good time. Even when it's like, all right, pause break while we transition to the next song and get into it, or when the song is playing and you're helping them do their thing. And then I went and watched a few of the live shows of ParisTexas with you with them, and obviously I can tell it's a little bit different when you're on such a much larger grand stage, because when we do the shows out here in Long Beach, it's like I could look at you and I can see you. It's like, oh,
it's super fucking intimate. It's mad intimate.
Just a random person.
But when you're doing the big stages, when like in Germany or Coachella, you're up on a stage that's like fucking up there. And then everyone down there, you're like, I can't really tell, but I'm just gotta make sure everyone is having a good time. But it still feels, that the chemistry between all of you feels very natural, and not like, okay, guys, ready, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and rehearse the set. Like everything feels good. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to get into, because I thought that was an amazing thing from, like I said, from seeing you in the local shows with the homies and stuff
to the grand
stage. It's like, wow, that's
no, hell yeah, bro. I definitely appreciate it. And like I said, it's very much like we have, don't get me wrong, we have things, like we have ideas that we execute. Like there are things that we go in the drawing room and we're like, we need to do this, we need to do that. To be real, Louis is the mastermind behind a lot of this shit. Like Louis is a guy, he makes the beats, he writes the videos, he writes
fire videos.
Like he does the, like, did I say he makes the beats? The nigga makes the beats. Like the nigga does everything, bro. Like he is amazing rapper. Like he is the real, not to say like Felix doesn't, because them two are like fucking yin and yang, but like Louis, he deserves a lot more credit than people, because like people don't really know. but like I'll be the nigga on Front Street telling like it's Louis. Louis is the one that is like he's a genius in my head. Like that's the guy. So but when it comes to performing and shit, like I said, it's all like no ideas are bad ideas. We just figure this shit out, and we have rehearsals. We do rehearsals and we do that. But like now that I think about it, like when we were rehearsing for Coachella, like a lot of this shit we like were doing like in rehearsal for Coachella we didn't do. But like it still came out crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was fun as fuck. It was I had a ball, bro. Like that was my first Coachella too. Like
Nice.
so like. And I don't even think it's funny because like they didn't even know how big Coachella was, and they were like, "Yeah, man, I didn't think Coachella was this big." I'm like, "That's the biggest fucking festival ever. Like that is the festival." But like they genuinely didn't know. Like,
Damn.
I was talking to Felix. He was like, "Yeah, man, I didn't know." It was just like, I'm like, "Nigga, how?" Like
you been?
they didn't know, but like
about it.
they're just so like, bro, they're just so synced. Like they're so like zoned in and in their own shit that they're just like, bro, we just need to get this shit going. Like very, very, they have the best work ethic 1,000%. So I'm just happy to be a part of everything, man. And it's gonna be we have a long way to go, and I'm happy to be a part of it for sure.
Man, that's awesome. I'm excited to see where it continues to go from.
Well, hold on. Speaking of performing, first off, how do you deal with that pressure? Like, you're going from these big stages and then you go into like the local spots. Like, is it different or is it all the same?
Nigga, it's so different.
Oh, I'm just saying,
It is
man.
the most different. Okay,
I'm
look.
just saying, like-
So no, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. But it's different because of obviously the mass. Like it's different in numbers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys heard this before. I feel like I've just been around so many people that have said this that it's kind of normal to me. But like, intimate settings are 1,000% more stressful than a fucking mass of people, because when it's intimate, you can see everybody.
Yeah.
I'm looking at an ocean of niggas that I don't know, and I can't even see their fucking eyeballs. Like when it's that, like I'm on Coachella stage and I'm looking around, like I'm looking at the crowd, and I just see bodies. I don't see a single human. I don't see a single human being that I'm like except like Spencer was out in the crowd and I pointed him out, but I just knew where he was at. I didn't have to find him. I knew where he was at. But like other than that, like most of these festivals and shit, you don't see nobody. You're just in the zone. Like you just are there.
Yeah.
Like. And like I said, festivals, all they want to do is turn up, bro. They don't give a fuck. Like, as long as the music you're playing is like turn or like just fucking like mosh pit, jump, like they're gonna fuck with it no matter what. But like, you want to make that impression still, unless it's like, I don't know, like Summer Walker at a festival. Like they're going to see her, like to see her sing and like chill out. But like, other than that, most festivals, bro, like they don't give a fuck. Like they just want to turn up. An intimate setting. Like, if you play in a room of 50 people who don't know who the fuck you are, is the most stressful shit in the entire world, bro. So, like, intimate settings, I have way more anxiety. I'm way more nervous. When I go out there, like, at a big festival or, like, on a stage like that, yeah, I'm nervous because the main thing I'm nervous about is that I don't want my shit to fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
You know how that goes. That's the main thing. I'm not worried about no performing. I'm not worried about like, damn it, I don't want to hit my. I want to make sure I hit them on my cues. I want to make sure I turn the crowd up. Like that shit is a given. I'm gonna do that. I'm worried about me being in the middle of my fucking set and my computer crashes or my mixer just gives out. Like that is the main thing I'm worried about.
Scary.
And that shit has happened, bro.
Yeah.
That shit has happened overseas, and I'm just like, that shit happened at Coachella.
Oh damn.
Like, bro, in the middle of Coachella, bro, it's hot. Nobody told me. I never knew. I mean, I knew Coachella was hot,
Shit's overheating.
but every nigga that had a laptop with Serato on it, like instead of using the USB, now I have it because of that. Like, I keep this shit on deck now, but like, if you didn't have a CDJ or you just use like a DDJ mixer, like a Pioneer or whatever, if you had a laptop, 99% of the people that had laptops, it overheated.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know. You're supposed to have like a cooling kit.
Like a little
Nigga, my shit crashed in the first weekend. My shit crashed in the middle, like of their biggest song.
Oh.
But we made it work. Like they did.
Acapella.
We made it work. We had our ways of making this shit work. I will say that. Second weekend, my shit crashed as soon as I got on the stage. So like the first 4 minutes of me being at Coachella, I'm just like, all right, Coachella, bear with me. I'm about to make this shit work. I'm just trying to figure it out. And then I got it figured out. And then but thank God it didn't crash anymore because we had to put the ice in the. We had to get a cardboard box, cut a hole in it, put ice, get a trash bag, cut the trash bag in half, have the ice in the trash bag, wrap the trash bag in a rag, put the rag in the cardboard box, and put the laptop on top of it. Yes, bro, it was one of those type of deals. That's so like that's the only. I swear to God, that is the only thing that like gets my nerves going before I get on stage. Like especially with them because like. I gotta make a good impression for them. You know what I mean? Like like I said, we're helping each other out, and it's a team effort. We all are in this shit together. So I want to do my best, and I don't want them to look back at me and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, why do we? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we even fucking with you? Like, so that's my biggest like concern. But like that shit just happens. Like as a DJ, and like for all DJs that like are willing to, or wanting to do this shit, and then you get to a point where you start actually fucking with people and they become successful and you're starting to do tours with the people and DJing for actual artists, that's gonna happen. Relax, chill out. I needed to learn that too. Like it will be times where your shit will crash. There will be times where shit is just not gonna be how it's gonna be, but you gotta just calm the fuck down. And I literally had to learn that, and I learned that the hard way, but like I learned it, and now I'm just like, you know, for the future shows that we got going, now I'm just like, just keep calm. Because it's gonna work itself out. Every time we've had a malfunction, it's never been detrimental. Like we still had a show after. So like we just gotta figure it out. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's scary. I could only imagine.
Bro, it's you looking at a bunch of faces that's like, what's going on? Like, what am I doing?
I get anxiety playing my playlist in the car. Like,
Nigga.
I could only imagine a whole ass festival.
Bro, I'm looking at a bunch of who the fucks, and they all looking at me like, what are you gonna do about it? I'm like, nigga, I have zero. It's in God's hands. Like, I don't know what's happening.
I didn't make the fucking machine. I don't know.
I'm saying, like, nigga, I didn't make Serato. Like, talk to them niggas. Like, but yeah, it's bro. Just calm. Just keep calm. You'll be alright. Just take deep breaths. Exit out. All you gotta do is restart shit. Exit out of shit, and you'll be alright. I promise.
Yeah, that shit's funny. One time I was doing a show and. This is when I had turntables. I had like actual like vinyl turntables. But I was still using Serato on them. But I had the turntables, so I was able to do it. I'm doing an event. Got both of them up. Sound check. We was cool doing it. For whatever reason, something happened. Get to the show. My whole right side just didn't work. Just didn't work.
Shit.
That happens. I swear to God.
Just fucking had to DJ on one side. And I'm like, fuck. All right, so here we go. Mix in on the left, and then just duplicate it, and just go to the on the right side, take the left side down, and I was just mixing on one side. I was like, this fucking sucks. And I'm like, I had to do the whole thing with just one thing. And I'm just like, you know, but yeah, same thing. You have to learn.
Bro, I need two hands to count on how many times that's happened. That shit happened to me the first weekend of Coachella. I just played the whole rest of the set on the left side. I swear to God. I know that's tight that you know, because like you only people that's actually tried to DJ like understand that like sometimes it's just not up to you. Like it's shit just happens. It's out of your hands. Like, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you have to realize that no matter what you do and like how much it's not your fault, everyone's gonna blame you. They're looking at you like, nigga, you're the fucking puppet master.
The guy.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you hear that, y'all?
And that's the guy.
Put some respect on the DJ's name.
I mean, look, that's all I gotta say.
Only if they're
sometimes, if these niggas are ass, put all the disrespect on them.
Roast them.
Yeah,
a lot of these niggas do not deserve praise. Like that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. I'm not on a high horse. I'm just saying a lot of these niggas, bro, just be genuinely ass, and they don't know what to do. They don't know what buttons to push. Like it's on them. Like, but sometimes for the DJs that are working hard at it and are really doing their shit and are actually passionate about this shit, when it doesn't work out or something just crashes or a song, the clubs jump in or the bars jump in or like the festivals jump in and it just stops. It's not on them. I saw some shit of Marshmello. What's that nigga name? The Marshmello nigga.
Yeah.
Marshmello shit. He did a recent show, and his shit just gave out. Like all his shit just gave out. And he had to stop.
Yeah.
Like the whole shit just crashed, and he was just like, "I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it." And niggas was blaming, and niggas was booing Marshmallow.
Like,
And I'm
bro, like
this nigga is. That is what he does.
Yeah.
You think that nigga's gonna fuck up on a?
Yeah.
How many festivals this nigga done?
Do it
Like
on purpose.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So you gotta understand, like sometimes the technicalities of shit is not on us. A lot of the times, like it just be on the sound people.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say blame the sound people, but like sometimes it don't even be on the sound people. It's just sometimes just God is not in your favor.
Yeah.
You're really
The inner
like,
workings of the chords decide
It's-
to just shit the bed, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, but I
bro.
guess
Sometimes
that's
it's
it.
just it's above you. It really is. Like unfortunately, but yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, exciting.
This shit fun, by the way. I'll let y'all know. Like I'm out here, look, I'm waving my foot, and I keep looking at my foot, just getting waved. Like I'm just excited, man. But yeah, appreciate y'all for real. It's fun to let y'all
I'm
know.
glad I'm having fun.
I'm having a
that's
ball.
a great
Um,
conversation. I love this.
I watched one of these podcasts. You know what? I watched one of these podcasts. You had a dog's hat. You had you took the dog. What is
shot,
the dog shot? Because everybody that I know that goes to dogs be like, get the dog shot.
Yeah.
It's the what is the dog shot?
He did it probably more
So
recently
I
than
know it's
did.
bullshit. I know it's bullshit, but like I just want y'all to tell me because I don't know the ingredients.
It's supposed to be a sausage
Ew.
with
Fucking-
is it vodka or vermouth?
Ew.
Or-
Everclear.
It's Everclear.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah, and they put in ketchup, mustard, some little hot sauce in there.
Get no hat, nigga.
I don't want that.
That's what it is.
If that's what I gotta do to get the hat, I'm not getting the fucking hat.
Yeah.
You gotta drink Everclear and a wiener.
In a
Yup.
weenie.
You gotta eat you gotta chew it like
You
this.
gotta. Yep. I mean, you can swallow it
So
if
you
you
just
want.
swallowed it whole?
Hey, I need you to relax.
This
bud.
nigga said he swallowed it whole. I heard him say he swallowed it
Did
whole.
you say you swallowed it?
I'm not gonna get in detail about him saying he swallowed
It was
it
a
whole.
Vienna sausage, the small ones.
That's crazy. Mustard. Okay, so like when they put the mustard on the Vienna sausage, do they put the mustard like? Do they put it all in the? They put it on the sausage. They don't put it
that
in the
shit's on
shot.
the top of the
It's
shot.
just
It's
in
in
the
the
shot. Yeah.
Everything's in
It's
there.
just like a liquid and then just a
Yeah,
weenie in it.
So the only thing that you gain
Yeah.
from doing this shot
Yeah.
is a fucking trucker hat.
Just
And your
chucker.
stomach
Yeah.
hurt after, but
Yeah, that's about
yeah.
it, really.
I don't think anybody is walking out of dogs like, oh my god, you did the dog shot. We need to praise you.
No, not
bro,
at all.
Bro, I wore up my dog's hat
Not at all.
like in public the other day.
You can't buy that hat, by the way. Like
No.
you can't just go like in dogs and be like,
You have to take the
Yeah,
shot.
you pay for it, but it comes with the shot.
Like you have to take the shot for the.
what if like I went and just like I want the hat? They're gonna give you the shot.
No, they're gonna be like
You
need
can't-
to take the
you
shot.
can't
Ask
get
for
the hat.
For the dog's hat, they're like, okay.
So
the
everybody
shot.
that has the dog's hat
Took
took
the
the
dog
shot.
shot.
I would assume so, yeah.
Oh my god,
Unless
that's
they,
fucking
like-
funny.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
took
unless
it.
you
I
just-
took
yeah,
it.
you could probably
fucking
just
sausage on the
fucking
floor
throw it
everywhere and
away.
shit.
You know, okay,
Yo.
right here, go.
Bro, every time I've been to dogs, man, like I've always seen a million people that I know, and I'm just always just like, man, I need to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible. But like, I just saw that and I just wanted to like touch on that. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
like, I never do, but that's tight.
Yeah, no.
Congrats on taking the fucking Vienna sausage,
Thank you.
mustard ketchup,
course. Yeah.
Everclear shot.
No, yeah, of course, thank you.
Hell yeah, man. Turn up.
Yeah, no, I think that's as I'm getting older, right, and trying to figure out what you said, right. I'm just trying to figure things out.
Hell
Like,
yeah. Hell yeah.
what do I want my mark on the world to be?
I took a dog
What you
shot.
laughing at? I
took a
didn't
dog
even say
shot.
nothing.
I
No, I'm not
I
even
swear to
there
God,
yet.
after this, I really might go take the dog shot.
What do I
Shit.
want my legacy to be?
I'm not
right?
taking the dog shot. I'm not-
What would
I'm
be
not taking that fucking shot.
crazy? Just a wardrobe of just
dog.
like food merch, like
The
just
food challenges? Like,
challenge merch.
Niggas is
Crazy.
Niggas is eating extra hot ghost
Yup.
pepper bullshit for a t-shirt.
And he's like, I just got a T-shirt
That
for this.
is kind of nuts.
And you just,
but
you-
hey, man, look, determination is the key.
yeah.
And look, sometimes all you need is an idea, and all you need is an execution for the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna knock nobody hustle. I just think that drinking a Vienna sausage, Everclear mustard ketchup shot
Yeah.
is not the best idea.
No,
Hey,
it's definitely not.
take some tequila shots beforehand,
definitely
and
not.
then it starts being like, all right.
I
Low-key,
definitely
I
don't
might be on
advocate-
like 3 more Modelo's, and I'm like, I'm about to go to.
Bro, I'm saying
Got a
that's
lot of questionable shit drunk. So.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you advocate on like a
Word,
sober
word.
Tuesday. Like
Yeah.
you
I
gotta
feel
be
that, I
at
feel
least
that.
a couple drinks in and then be like, hey, where I should just go to dogs and take the dog
A
shot.
nigga taking
And
the
then-
dog shot, the first
Sober?
drink of the day. Is
I would
nuts.
question question them.
Yeah,
I will
that's
question them.
nuts.
What time is dogs open? Like noon. The first thing you do, right
Give
when
me
they
a
open,
dog
you're just
shot.
Like, dog.
Fucking gross. Nigga
Dog.
said, yeah, man, first drink of the day is a dog shot. And then nigga get another one?
Get
Alright.
you started.
That's insane.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just want to know, man. That's all.
You think people come and go there and just like, hey, this is my shot.
No, I've seen, you're not the only person I've seen with the hat. So, like, I know it's a thing, but I'm just like, I just needed to talk to somebody that I think is cool. And I'm just like, because I'm not about to ask.
said, what the fuck are you
I'm not
doing?
going to ask no drunk white bitch, like, how'd you get that trucker hat? And they're going to be like, I took a dog shot. And I'm just like, I don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah.
But I just saw you with it. I'm like, you know what? Hey, man, let me really tap in with that. Because I've heard about it. It's like, that's crazy.
Look, I mean, you can tell by my face. Like, it's definitely not something I'm proud of. You know, it's not like I definitely don't go bragging about that I did it.
I feel that.
But it is something.
But
that
you got
I've
a
done.
fire ass hat because I saw the hat. And I'm like,
Yeah.
the hat kind of cool.
The hat is kind of cool. That's what I'm saying. Some merch from like challenges. It's like, hey, this kind of hard, but I got to kind of put myself through it to get it.
Dead ass.
But hey,
That's fire,
sometimes
man.
it could be worth it. Most
Hey,
of the time
man.
it's not. But
Look, bro, congrats, man.
thank you.
Look,
I
I'm
appreciate
all for niggas having a motive and just
Yeah,
having a goal and finishing it.
What was your motive, Tyson?
drip. Absolute,
Drip is fire.
absolute drip.
Just drip, nigga. That's hard. I'll fuck with that. That's
Speaking
tight.
of drip, let's stop talking about me. I'm on the show enough. Fuck this. Speaking of drip, Mr. Ankle Sandwich, you have a very I don't even know what the word would be, but like
Eclectic.
eclectic, right?
Yeah. I didn't even mean to say that for you, but like I knew you were going with it. But,
Yeah,
like, I've heard it so much.
and I'm sure it's probably something that I feel like there's quite like you can tell when someone has a specific I don't know how to say this without sounding stupid or like not trying to put words in your mouth, but like
Take your time.
when someone like has an image, right? And then everyone always asks you the same question where it's like, so where do you get your clothes, or why do you do this? It's like it's kind of an annoying question to ask someone because it's just like, yo, this is just me. Like, this is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
But I did just want to say fuck that and then still just kind of pick your brain and kind of get to the roots of how you found your style. I think more so than like why, but like how did you find it? Because I think finding one style is not easy, and it's easy to just copy other people, and then you realize like, oh yeah, I'm just like everyone else, or I have this same fit that everyone else does. But to truly be like one's own and comfortable, that's important too. To be comfortable in your style. How did you come about that? Like, what was the fucking today's the day. I'm gonna just commit to being me.
That's easy. Very easy question. I didn't grow up with a lot of money, number one. And number two, I loved colors. I always thought like a lot of colors were cool. Like pink and orange are my favorite colors. I always thought that was like the shit to me. And like obviously a lot of like my friends and like, I mean, I like the other colors like green, blue, whatever. But like a lot of my friends were like not as like open-minded to wearing the colors.
Yeah.
I know niggas love like when you ask a nigga like his favorite color and he'd be like, yeah, man, green. But you don't never see that nigga in no green.
Yeah.
I'm not the type. I like a lot of colors. I think a lot of cool shit like stems from just the color palettes. And I was never like money. Like I was never rich. So like I was fairly poor. So I thrift shopped it, everything since I was in 9th grade. And I just grew a liking to like a lot of the things that were in the thrift shops, to be real with you. And like, all through high school, like I was wearing like, I graduated 2015. So like that, when I was a freshman, 2011?
2011. Yep.
So since 2011, how old are you like when you were a freshman?
We're 1 year older.
14?
Yeah, I know you guys were 2014, right? You guys
we're
graduated?
14.
So we're
So-
14.
But I just don't know how old you. Anyway, it
That's
doesn't
when we
matter.
graduated. Was for
14,
but,
right?
like, how old are you when you're in ninth grade?
I just want to. How old are you? Like genuine, like in general aspects.
Oh,
like
shit.
how old are you when you're in ninth
I don't
grade?
fucking
14.
know.
14.
14.
Let's just say 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
14. When I was
Yeah.
14, I started shopping by myself. My mom wasn't buying none of my shit no more, and I
Gotcha.
was just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna start going to like Goodwill. I'm gonna start going to like this thrift shop, like
Yeah.
blah blah blah. I was buying a lot of things that like I just thought were genuinely appealing to me. I got made fun of for everything that I ever wore, but I also am grateful that I got made fun of it for it because I never like I grew. I knew how to like roast back. Now like niggas can't talk no type of shit with me without getting roasted crazy. Like that's like I'm glad low key like this gonna sound crazy, but I'm glad I low key got bullied because I didn't really get bullied because I never let niggas bully me.
Yeah.
Because I was just like it was like oh
You
my
didn't
god
go home and take
oh you got a
Yeah.
girly ass blah 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 like shirt like nigga colors pink. I'm just like nigga like you're dusty like and I'm just like but I was like on niggas though like and it was like my friends too so it wasn't like really bullying it was just like niggas always had something to say about every outfit that I had but I just grew up liking a certain shit. I don't know where it stemmed from. I didn't really have a real inspiration of a certain person that was like, yeah, I want to dress like that guy.
Yeah.
I grew up liking Pharrell. I mean, like, I think everybody likes Pharrell, you know? So, like,
unfortunately.
I liked the shit that he was doing. I mean, like, Prince was cool. I liked a lot of his fashion shit. Like, I mean, Cool Kids. I love the Cool Kids, like, the rap group. Like, a lot of shit
That's
that
a
like
deep
I
cut.
have inspirations, don't get me wrong, but I'm like a lot of that shit, bro, like I just really just didn't care. Like that's the real thing. Like when you care about some shit or what other people think, you just kind of like stop your actual intentions. Like you kind of stop your glow for real. Like I just wasn't that nigga that like I knew if I bought this shirt, I knew people were gonna say something about it. I still did it. I just didn't give a fuck. But like I kind of just kept that all the way up to now. Like, I mean, like my senior year, like it was a thing. It was so funny because I think you guys had my brother on and he said this, but being weird or like considered weird or like the weirdo kids, like remember like niggas was like in 2015, 14, like, oh yeah, I'm a weirdo, like saying it like to be cool. Like the shit that they were thinking that was like, oh yeah, I'm a weirdo because I do this, I blah blah blah, like I paint my nails, I do this, blah blah, I wear like fucking blah, blah. I was doing that shit already, so they kind of gave me my like flowers. So then all that shit became cool. So a lot of like the following that I got was because I was doing it before it became popular.
He's a trendsetter, man.
So I kind of what it was. That's kind of what it was. So like, I didn't really have any sort of like motion behind. I didn't have like a real plan behind it. It just kind of was organic and like all the way to now. Like I'm not gonna say like I still dress like how I was dressing in high school. Like I kind of like I'm not dressing like a fucking Easter basket. Like I still got I got a pink hat on. Like I got like a shirt that says country girl on it. Like
That's fire.
you know what I mean? Like I still kind of do my shit, but I'm very toned down. Like you know, just very. I'm more so like I'm leveled out with it now because I'm 26 and I don't want to be walking around like crazy because like now I just like certain shit that's I guess different from what I liked when I was 17 or 18. But yeah, my style, I don't know, man. Like it just I can't really describe it. It's not like a certain like word I can put or pinpoint on it that's like, yeah, this is exactly my style. It's just something it's just I like shit.
It's authentic.
The shit that I
That's
like, bro,
what it is.
I wear. I don't give a fuck about what nobody says. And I kind of advocate that for anybody that wants to get into fashion. I always told myself I was never into fashion. I'm into my own style. Style is everything. Style is individuality. Style is originality. If you develop your own style, it just works for you.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't gotta wear fucking Rick Owens, Mason Margiela, all this other Kenzo, like fucking Gucci, like Louis, all this other shit. Like you don't need to have that to just be like the cool nigga. Like, but at the end of the day, like just wear what you want to wear. Fuck what everybody gotta say. Especially like if you're a grown ass man, why do you care?
No,
Yeah.
Like if you're a kid, I
for
get
real.
it. Like if you're in high school, like whatever. Like I understand
there's a
niggas
lot
are gonna say
of
something.
pressures
It's
there,
pressure.
yeah.
It's pressure because it's a social. High school is social based.
Yeah.
all high school really is. All I learned from high school is how people work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck history taught me. I don't know what the fuck science taught me. I just know how people move from high school. That's the main thing that I took from it. So if you're in high school, I get it. Sometimes you want to impress people. Granted, cool. If you're a grown ass 25-year-old man or a woman or whatever, who fucking cares? Wear what the fuck you want. Like, that's just genuinely like all I gotta say about it. But yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for the compliment. I mean, I like to put that shit on for real. I be dressing.
Yeah.
I be really dressing. Like,
you've gotten the recognition, I think, from that as well, right? Like I said, you know, you're a multi-talented person, whether it comes to just style, music, and just you being a person, right? And you obviously have, you know, a vision of yourself and what you kind of want to do. Mm-hmm. But then I see the kind of where you're just like, yeah, like I'm just doing me and it's working, which is how it should be. Like you don't need to be, oh man, I got to be just like this person and just like, you know, tiptoeing right behind them, because then you're not gonna get that far. You might get somewhere, but you're never gonna really break out as, you know, yourself. Character. Yes, as a main character, because you're just following behind someone. You know, like one of the things I always bring up is like, oh yeah, you always see like all these like Mr. Beast clones. Like everyone want to be Mr. Beast. Everyone want to be Mr. Beast.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that shit'll get you 1 million views, maybe 1 or 2 times. So you're like, oh fuck it, I did. I'm Mr. Beast mode. But then you're just clumped in with the other 60 million other people trying to be Mr. fucking Beast. Like, you know, you'll get your clout here and there, but you'll never solidify yourself as an individual. But luckily, I feel you have been able to do that to where, you know, you're more than the things that you've done and accomplished. You know, you're your individual self who has accomplished a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Like, that shit really does mean a lot, for real. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, like me and you said, just figuring shit out, bro. Like, I'm not on a high horse. I'm not acting like I'm the shit. I'm not portraying that I'm better than anybody. I never advocate for that. I'm very supportive with anybody doing anything that is for them. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, just compliments like that make me more inspired. You know, like it gives me more of a push to just keep going. You know, because like sometimes you can be uninspired by a lot of the shit that you do because no one's acknowledging it.
Yeah.
You know, and like I would say for me personally, I never really needed acknowledgement, or I kind of like I wasn't getting it, so I just was like, fuck it, I don't care. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. But like once you get it, it's like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's pivotal. It's like super important. Yeah. So like people like you giving people their flowers and shit, like with this podcast even, like you guys just putting people on that like are local and like just giving their flowers or giving them their flowers, it means a lot. And I can vouch for everybody to say that it really keeps them going and just shit like that. Because like what you guys are doing, and anybody that gives anybody their flowers at any time of day, like you guys are genuinely the backbone behind a lot of this shit, and you're the inspiration, you're the gas, you're the fuel that keeps a lot of this shit going. So thank you for even for saying that. Like then, like I never take none of that shit lightly. Like even, you know, despite what a lot of people may think or like whatever, but just that shit is essential, I think. Mm-hmm. So yeah, thank you for that.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Those are some kind words, man. You make me cry.
I'll fuck with y'all, man. Let's get another round of Modelo's going there. Let's take a dog shot.
Yeah. Let's do the dog.
I might fuck around with a dog with my niggas for real. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'll fuck with y'all.
Nah, that's good, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fuck that. Yeah, no, I don't want to be sad no more. Sentimental. Fuck that. What you watch?
What I'll watch.
What do you like?
Let's talk about, bro. We could talk, nigga.
Okay.
There is no. I want to let you know, like, there is. We could talk about whatever.
Said
bro.
no limit.
Okay.
There's no limit about like.
Fun. What's a typical kind of like watch day for you? Like, are you watching like anime? You watching TV, movies? Like, what are your go-tos?
I watch New Girl. New Girl is the best shit
Fuck yeah, dude.
New Girl is the best sitcom. I don't even know if it's a sitcom. Is it a sitcom? Because like it's not like New Girl is the best form of television. That's my favorite show of all time. New Girl.
I'm thinking
New Girl.
I've never seen it.
Wait, who's your favorite character? Hold on. Now.
Schmidt. You need to get hip, nigga, because I know you want to join the winning side, but it don't matter. Look, man, look, I watched New Girl faithfully. New Girl, I've watched it at least 11 times all the way through. New Girl. That is my go-to. A lot of niggas be like, yeah, man, The Office. The New Girl is my Office. I've never watched. Not saying I don't fuck with The Office. Like I said, I don't knock nothing, but I'm just like, I never watched it. I don't really plan on watching it because there's New Girl. Whatever.
Because of New Girl.
I fuck with New Girl. That's my answer. But anime, Parasite, my favorite.
Ooh,
I fuck with Parasite. I fuck with Shinichi. I like what other animes do I like? One Punch Man is a classic. I mean, like that shit's fire. I like Psyche K. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's on Netflix. It's the nigga with the purple hair, and he's like.
Is that the Jaden Smith? He's the
Hell no.
But he's the
Psyche K.
American
No,
one, no?
Jaden Smith is. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about
Is that's Coke something?
It's some shit, but like no, it's not that.
No,
if you
that
type in Misadventures of Psyche K,
Okay.
Misadventures.
that one's a good one
Maybe
because
look it up tonight because
it's on Netflix. Y'all can watch it. It's
Okay.
fire. It's
All
like a comedy.
Okay.
It's like I know what you're talking about though, because like the Jaden Smith one he was like preppy and like he had like purple dreads. Like that shit's ass. I'm saying Psyche K.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Psyche K is like he's too powerful for his own good, so he has to have these antennas to where like he has to like control his like own power because like he can think some shit and like literally like
that shit happens.
Blow the world up.
Oh wow.
No, and it's funny because like he's a high school kid, so he's just in high school trying to act normal and shit.
Okay,
That's like the Mortal.
Yeah, it's
God
fire.
of
It's
high
fire.
school,
Psyche
whatever,
K. Psyche K is fire. I mean Naruto. Naruto's cool.
Stop.
Like,
You know,
Stop.
this man's
I know
never
his
seen
ass.
Naruto?
I knew his ass was gonna bring that up real quick.
You know,
Relax.
never
I feel
seen
like
Naruto?
I feel like that's like equivalent. Like at this point, bro, it's like almost like talking to a black guy and like you've never seen Martin or you've never seen. Because I'm just like in any anime field, like Naruto is
It's
like
a root. That's a root.
That's like
I get it.
That's like Dragon. You know.
Yeah, I know Dragon Ball Z.
That should be like low key like number 2. Like
But
Naruto.
Naruto number 1.
I wouldn't say Naruto's number 1. I'm just saying Naruto is like my shit.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
I like Naruto,
okay.
But I'm not gonna. I wouldn't say it's like the shit. But like, I'm surprised that you have not ever seen an episode of it.
Yeah.
I've never seen an episode of Bleach.
I haven't either.
So
I haven't
that's
seen
what I'm
that either.
saying. But niggas be
Yeah.
crucifying me for saying I've never seen it.
But that's different though because Naruto is kind of like the.
All right,
biggest
all right.
You're a
anime.
Dragon Ball Z guy, or no?
It's up there.
What's your shit?
Ooh, fuck, that's tough.
Oh, you got a lot. You're into
I'm
it.
deep. I'm deep. Shit. Death Note.
Death Note
classic.
Death Note's fire.
That's how I got
That's
into
a
it too.
classic. Shit. Fuck. I'm trying to think.
Tokyo Ghoul season
Tokyo
1.
Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul, cool.
Tokyo Ghoul is cool. I'm into like so I do like a lot of like random like Berserk.
Berserk.
I
I've
do.
never got into it, but I've heard
shit's
crazy,
crazy, dude.
things about
Yeah,
it.
that shit is
Berserk
crazy.
goes
Yeah.
crazy.
Chainsaw
Dragon Ball Z is a classic. Naruto.
One Piece.
One Piece.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. I've never seen One Piece.
This man is
I-
watching
I'm-
everything.
I'm
One Piece.
starting-
Okay, so you're a One Piece guy.
Yeah.
Like that's your shit. Like that's or no?
Right now.
Got you, got you.
Just because I'm watching it. So to Dragon Ball Z was my initial jump into anime. It was my thing. I'd come home from school, I turn on the TV, and Dragon Ball Z would be on when
Right.
I'd come home from school. So when I was young, elementary school, that was like the first kind of thing that like I just thought it was just another cartoon. I didn't know anime. I didn't even know fucking Japan was a thing when I was
Yeah.
a kid. I was just like, oh, it's just a
Tsunami.
cartoon.
It was
Yeah.
Toonami, real.
Yep.
Toonami really put it
Yeah,
niggas off.
before Toonami, because I was just watching that. Then as I got older, then Toonami came, and
Yep.
that's when Naruto came on Toonami. So then I watched that, and that's how I got into Naruto, and then kind of, I think again, kind of just like what we were talking about earlier, just kind of like that pressure, or it was probably around like late middle school, early high school, like everyone, if you ever talked about anime, everyone was like, "Oh, bro, like you're a nerd, like oh, loser, bro, like nerd."
We all went through that, like,
and I was just like, okay, yeah. So I kind of just stopped watching it because I was like, ah, damn, like, I don't want to be
that guy.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that guy.
Yeah,
so like, I just kind of fell off of watching anime. Then as I got older, probably around like later high school, I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna do it whatever I want. And then I just got back into watching it.
Bro, shout out to you for sure, because Toonami literally put me on a lot. Like, Dale, shout out to Dale, because I love that nigga. But like, Dale is the guy that was putting on Toonami, because like me and Dale used to share a room as a kid, and so we had bunk beds, and we would be watching like fucking like Adult Swim and shit, like as every kid does. And Toonami would always be on, like, it put me on a shit like Cowboy Bebop and fucking like, wasn't Boondocks even on Toonami, or am I tripping? Or Boondocks was like
Adult Swim. I think.
What Toonami was also like, because Toonami like,
and then it would go into.
Yeah, I think it was like Toonami. It depends.
Because Toonami was also into Adult Swim.
It was like
as well.
9 o'clock to 10
there
o'clock.
There was two sections.
Yeah,
there was like the early Toonami, which had like Naruto, and then like a few other just like regular shows.
I might have fucked up on the Boondocks one,
then
but I'm
like Adult Swim had its section, but then there was also like a late Toonami, like after the Adult Swim block ended. There was another Toonami.
Shout out Metalocalypse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Adult Swim, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
Metalocalypse, Oblongs.
I was literally
home movies.
I was just fucking on. I was on HBO or whatever, and then I was like looking because they had the whole like Adult Swim like set collection.
Right? Yeah.
So I was like, bro, I'm finna go watch fucking some. What the hell was I watching? I can't remember the name.
Force.
That's exactly what I did, bro. I was just like, I'm gonna go watch some Aqua Force, bro.
Aqua Force was crazy, bro. Adult Swim had all the fire shit, bro. Yeah. Like, Adult Swim really put me on a lot of stupid, dumb shit. Like, bro, I don't know if you ever heard of 12-ounce mouse, but if you have HBO Max,
okay,
it's on, because all the Adult Swim shit is on there. Watch 12-ounce mouse. You'll thank me later.
Right.
It is literally the dumbest shit. What's the shit with the guy Xavier? You guys remember? It was on Adult Swim. It was Xavier. The nigga was like, I think he was like a Native American, but he had like a beak. And like one of his arms was like a snake. Doesn't matter. Fuck that. Fuck that show. But watch 12-ounce mouse. Right. But the Xavier shit is also a weird one where I was watching as a kid, and I was like, I knew when that came on, I was up way too late.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, they're just playing whatever the fuck at this point.
Even as an adult, I still like if I'm up and I have a TV access like cable and I'm watching Adult Swim, I'm like,
what is this?
Why is this on? And I'm like, why I can barely comprehend this as an adult. As a child,
bro,
this probably was
Adult Swim was playing, me. Bro, Metalocalypse is fire, but like that's probably one of my favorite. Or what's the shit? Venture Bros was cool too.
Venture Bros, yeah.
Venture Bros was fire. Venture Bros was fire, but like 12-ounce mouse, you're gonna look. You see,
he's already looking. He's like, "This is my show. This is my kind of shit."
12-ounce mouse was bullshit, bro. It was literal bullshit.
No, yeah, this is just hand drawings.
The whole shit. It's like a black. It's not a black. It's like a white background, but it looks like a nigga had a sketch pad and was
just drawing the whole thing.
That's the whole like the animation. They probably spent like almost like nothing on it. It's not even like a budget on it.
It's a school project.
But if y'all watch the first season of 12-ounce mouse, you're gonna be like, this is the funniest shit ever. 12-ounce mouse.
All right, I gotta watch that too.
Man.
All right, I'm about to binge all the 12-ounce mouse.
12-ounce mouse going up.
New Girl.
And New Girl.
Bro,
watch,
New Girl's good, man.
Next podcast, this nigga gonna be all in the New Girl. He gonna have a New Girl podcast. He gonna have a New Girl episode. He can be like, oh my God, man, like Schmidt. Oh my God. Man. Fucking Nick is terrible. Oh my God. Like, bro, it's gonna be the funniest shit.
I'm gonna get him a douchebag jar.
I mean,
get him a douchebag.
Hey,
shout out to Schmidt, man.
From what it seems like, I mean, hey, we can start this podcast network tomorrow. Y'all can have the New Girl.
You can have
the New Girl.
I swear on my life.
What's that shit called now?
New Girl segment, because you know how niggas like, like there's like a Ned Declassified podcast on. Yeah. We can have a New Girl podcast.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all can do the New Girl podcast.
Like me and this nigga, bro. Like I've watched this shit 1,000 times. Like I'll literally go through. We'll go through every single episode. And be like, yeah, man, this shit, blah 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 blah. Like I know about all the side characters. Like shout out to Nadia, the Russian model. I love Nadia. Nadia is fire. Like shout out to
Zoe the Chanel. Come on, baby.
We need the bag, nigga. And like you know it's crazy because like I was on YouTube the other day. Side note, but I was on YouTube the other day, and they have like this thing on YouTube where they do like quizzes. Of the people that were actually involved in the actual show, then they'll go pull up on celebrities. So, like Rainn Wilson pulled up on Billie Eilish, Nick Cannon pulled up. No, yeah, Rainn Wilson from The Office pulled up on Billie Eilish because she's an Office fan. Nick Cannon pulled up on Chance the Rapper because he's a Drumline movie fan.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Fucking Zoe Deschanel put up on Grace Vanderwall, whatever the fuck her name is.
Okay.
Because she's a super
girl
diehard
fan.
new girl.
Okay.
And she was getting questions wrong, nigga. Like
You said you ain't a diehard
wrong,
fan.
like, getting shit wrong as fuck. I'm like, nigga, like what? It was like, what's Schmidt's first name? And I'm not gonna even blurt it out for you.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Fine.
She did not know Schmidt first name. I know you know Schmidt first name. You don't know.
You
it.
don't
I don't
know his
know
first
it.
name.
Hold up.
See, look,
That's the thing, though. I'm always scared of that shit too because I
Hold
was
up
like, okay,
now.
I like Dragon Ball Z. Then I have niggas be like, okay, who did motherfucking Piccolo fight in episodes 18? Like, what the fuck, nigga? I don't remember shit.
You gotta call niggas out of their shit type shit. But
Like,
look,
I'm like, damn.
I get it. I'm not even gonna blame you because I know you already know about New Girl, but I'm like, I'm
Damn.
so
hold
I'm
on.
just
Now I'm gonna have to rewatch it
you
again.
gotta
Hold
go,
up.
bro. Go to season 6.
You don't got enough. You don't got enough hours.
I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I'll put in that.
No, bro. See,
real
Office.
blood, sweat, and tears.
That's
for
the
shit,
thing.
bro.
The Good Place. That's the thing too.
The Good Place.
The Good Place
fire.
is fire.
I
It's a
never
good ass
finished.
show.
I never finished past season 2 though, but the season 1 was crazy.
Fucking great.
Season 1 is like that's
a
like
great
one of
show.
the best, like the most good, well written shows.
Yeah.
in a while. Like that concept of a show is fire.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Good Place, you gotta tap in.
gonna let y'all. I'll start a new podcast. It'll be the cable TV network fucking sitcom
Bruh,
podcast.
nah, this New Girl. The way I got put on New Girl, it was a Super Bowl. I forgot which Super Bowl it was, but it was the Prince episode. It was an episode where Prince was on it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
What
and
the
Prince
hell?
is not going on nothing unless he really wants to go.
Yeah.
Because Prince was a diehard New Girl fan.
What the hell?
And Prince was on that shit. That was the first episode of New Girl I've ever watched in my life. And after that episode, I was like, I'm watching this shit every day.
Yeah.
I'm watching this. I'm watching every episode.
It's a good show. Watch it.
Great
Man,
show. You'll love it.
I'll-
You'll watch it and you'll be like, this is the best show I've ever watched. It's one of those, bro. Because I was like, nigga, New Girl. Like, the fuck is that? Like, I swear to God, bro. I watched that Prince episode and I was like, I'm tapped in.
I'm invested.
I get it. I get it.
1000%.
Awesome. Damn. All right. I got one last question before we head out.
How long have we been doing this shit, by the way?
We did a little over an hour.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
An hour?
Over an hour.
Okay, shit.
Over an hour.
Chilling. We chilling.
Exactly.
We are. Yeah. It's having a good
Cooling.
time.
Having a great time.
So my last question I always like to ask kind of is what does the future hold for you? And what do you want the future to hold for you? I know you were saying obviously, you put DJing as kind of like what you want to do, whether it's getting back into, fashion or just doing DJing full time. I kind of hate asking the question like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? But just where, like, what would you like your future to entail?
Longevity.
Mhm.
I want to be known as a staple performer. I want to be known as like, not even to be known, but like for what the like future holds for the next 5 years. I want to perform. I want to continue to do what I'm doing. I want to continue to rock out with my brothers, and see where that goes, but also elevate each other to see where it can go beyond that. I want everybody in my circle to win. Quincy, Dale, Spencer. I want everybody to be as triumphant as possible, and we all uplift each other. I want us to all make a living out this shit. Have longevity, buy our mom's houses from this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure our kids are good with this shit. Just enjoy it too. And like, sometimes I have a hard time like processing things as they're going, because especially like with what I'm doing right now with like ParisTexas and shit, like sometimes I can't even like process all the good things because it's just so like work.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so constant. But like, enjoy things for what they are in the moment and like soak it in, because I don't want to just be like looking forward to the next thing as like not appreciating the now because I have to look forward to something else.
Gotcha.
And that was like a problem for me. So I need to start like appreciating things and just being more consistent. Consistency is key. Just building a foundation with it. and fuck, like, just turn it up. Like, just going it up, bro. Like, that's really, like, I wanted this shit my whole life, and like, I feel like it's at my fingertips at this point. And I'm not gonna let nobody take it from me. I'm not gonna let nothing stop me. Like, I'm gonna keep going and just be more motivated and find motivation within myself, because I feel like that's probably been the biggest like problem for me, is like I seek motivation in others a lot. And I need to look at myself and look at the things that I've accomplished and look at the things that I've been doing and just be like, oh, you kind of that nigga. You're that guy. Like, you know, you've done a lot of things. You've done things that people are working to get to that probably will never get to that point. And appreciate that, but also remain humble. Don't be on a high horse. I don't have to tell myself that, because I'm not even the type of nigga to be like, oh, I'm not walking around like, I'm fucking Jesus. Like, it's not that. It's just like, just maintain who you are. And, you know, find peace of mind when you need to, but stay original, and the rest will kind of figure itself out. But just enjoy the ride, I guess. Yeah.
That's a good plan.
Love it, man.
I
love it.
That shit was kind of cool, nigga.
You spinning, bro. That was crazy. Got me thinking. Hey, I'll let you know something. You got me motivated just right now, so you motivated me. So
I was thinking about it. I'm like, I was winging that shit. I'm like, I don't want to sound stupid. Oh my god. But no, that's definitely from the heart, bro.
Yeah,
that's
good. Man. That's good,
shit.
man.
That's good though. But yeah, I mean, shit, you pretty much just took the next part. But I mean, yeah, that was good. That was good.
Wonderful.
But yeah, I mean, at the end, is the time where we usually just let our guests speak. Any plugs, anything like this is just your time to, you know, give some last final remarks. You know, we'll shut up. We won't do nothing. This is your time.
Shit. I mean, I don't really got much to plug, to be honest. Like, I mean, I got things going. I mean, but if you're, I guess, I mean, if you're a ParisTexas fan, like, we'll be touring soon. And, you know, if you want to pop out to that, like, come support and all that shit. They're like I said, they're my favorite artists, and I'm not even being biased, so come pop out. But, I mean, other than that, like, I'm around. I mean, if you want to tap in with me. I'm always going to be doing something that elevates, I would hate to say elevate the culture of DJing, but like I really have a passion for this shit. Like, I really love to do this. Like, this shit kind of put me in a position that I never thought I'd be in, and it kind of changed. It's changing my life as I go. So I appreciate it, and I'm putting so much effort into it. I have shows coming up. I mean, I'm working on doing things, cutting out the middleman of a lot of DJing shit, because sometimes a lot of that is like working with the middleman to get to bars or get to venues or whatever. This summer, it'll be a lot just me, just figuring shit out and just throwing things for my own well-being, and just doing it for the love of it rather than the monetization of it. Like, I mean, I've done everything I can do. I've proved myself, and now I just got to remain consistent. So if you want to really support, please do. I mean, that's always, all support is good support. But I mean, other than that, man, just anybody that's wanting to do anything involving with music, I'm not even like all the way there yet to give you like the biggest, like, oh my God, like this is the blueprint, this is the mantra that you need to follow. But whatever it is you do in life, if you have the passion for it, you have the consistency to do it, you're gonna go far. And I swear to God, when niggas would be like, you can do whatever you want to do, I thought that was the corniest shit. I was the guy, I promise to God. But that's the thing about that statement, is that once you realize that it's true, it really fucks your whole life up. It ruins everything, because it's just like, that was what they were telling me the whole time, and it's absolutely 1,000% true. You can really do this shit. You can do whatever you put your mind to. And yeah, like, yeah, I'm just excited. I mean, whatever happens, happens. And like I said, if you really have a passion for whatever it is, whether it be music, whatever you want to do, stay consistent, stay persistent, and it'll follow. I swear to God, it will. Like, it may not be right away. And that's the thing. A lot of niggas get discouraged because it's not overnight, but this shit didn't happen overnight. Even with, I'm sure this podcast didn't happen overnight. Like, a lot of this shit just doesn't happen overnight, but it happens. And manifestation is the best medicine. So that is what I have to plug.
Preach.
Hey, man.
Preach.
And shit, like, these two, man. Thank y'all, bro. This shit has been like, it's been a while. It's honestly probably like first or second time even like being in front of a camera talking about myself, because I really don't like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys made me feel comfortable, and I appreciate you guys' platform for having local people, like, as far as myself and other artists, and, you know, coming up here and just giving them the opportunity to speak. That shit's really good, and like, I know this shit will take. You guys deserve your flowers as well, as, you know, as far as you giving other people your flowers, you guys also deserve it too. So yeah, thank y'all for real.
Thank you, man.
man.
Look, you got
Absolutely.
fireworks
Thank you.
going on in the background.
Yeah, I was like, while I was talking, niggas started blowing up fireworks, and I was getting thrown up.
That's
I'm
the
like,
speech, bro. You that's your speech,
like,
man.
it's
You got shit
nigga,
coming up for you.
it's June. I get it though. I get it. Sometimes like June in LA is low key like pregame 4th of July. Like, I get it. But I'm like, nigga, all of a sudden, like, we just like my time to shine. Y'all niggas wanna.
Could have waited until we finished.
I was like, oh yeah, this nigga got something to say, nigga.
At least with the man.
We almost done. But
That shit's crazy.
no, thank you, man. Again, we really appreciate you for coming. And yeah, just talking with us. It's always a good time.
sir.
You know,
Pleasure, man.
Talking
Pleasure
to
being
people and just picking brains it's good. It's interesting to.
Nah, this was
Get
fun.
it.
I think this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
This is tight.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Amen.
Well, again, bro. Again, thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely,
It was a
man. This shit was
Pleasure.
bomb.
It was fun
I
time,
might get
man.
another one of these off.
Hey, I got you. I got you. I'll drink one with you. Yeah.
Like, after this, nigga, like, what we doing? Type shit. But yeah, man, I fuck with y'all. I appreciate you for real, man. This shit was
But
tight.
like I say to all our guests here on the show, like, we know you guys are doing big and great things. I mean, you're already doing it, but we wish you nothing but success, and we hope the best for the future of what's to come. So, other than that, thank you again, bro, for coming on. It was a pleasure.
My pleasure, bro. Thank you
Sir.
for having me for 1000%.
Yes, sir. If you want to hit me up on Instagram at Emmanuel Snap. Everything else I don't want you to find. Tyson?
Yeah, make sure you guys go follow the show everywhere at Too Good For You Pod. That's the number 2, good, the number 4, and the letter U, Pod. That's on Instagram, TikTok, fucking YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, we're on there. What I already said, YouTube. Yeah, we're everywhere. So just type it up, find it. We're there, and you can find me on my socials at Tyson X Phillip. And yeah, we'll get the fuck out of here. So see you guys next time.
Peace.
Damn, homies, nigga, fit check. Hold on.
Damn. Drip on.
Oh. Okay.
Plug. Plug.